Hello guys, I thought I'd just make a really quick video on a basic strategy that I use to play at micro stakes, no limit, hold'em poker. So here I bought in for $5 and right, so here we go. Right, on the button I'm more or less going to raise every single hand I get. I don't know much about my opponent yet. My heads up display hasn't open yet, but mostly these guys I don't know much about because I haven't played on this site for a very long time. Well, the heads up Sit and Go I haven't played for a very long time. So here, see, he's a completely new player to me. So we'll see how much information we can get. Right, we're just going to raise more or less every single hand on the button, unless you know he's right here he's 3-betters and 8 queen offsuit. You know, we're not gonna be able to call him with that unless we have a more specific read. But we're just going to raise every single hand on the button unless we have a specific read on our opponent, like if he's super aggressive or he's super loose or something. A suited king, I mean, that's perfectly good to call with, and that's just about the worst flop we can have for our king. 5 king suited. He's made a continuation bet. You know, let's just fold our hand. He seems quite aggressive. He doesn't like to call. He likes to play at you. He likes to raise so far, but we've only played a few hands against him. So against these kind of opponents, you don't want to sort of tighten up too much. You got to play loose with them. But here we flopped a nice draw, so we're just going to continuation bet for about 2/3 of the pot. Yeah, he's just, well, if he had called there, then I would probably second barrel basically all of the time, especially when my card hits or some paint hits on the turn. Right, he's minimum raise again, Jack 7, that's playable, out of position, that's not a bad flop, so we're just going to check that, and depending on the size of his bet we're going to call him. That's hit quite a lot of his range, so, and it's a quite wet board because of, you know, his VP IP is 60, so he's probably going to be raising with all medium suited connectors. Right now we haven't hit anything, we're just going to check again. If he second barrels, it depends on how much he bets. No, he's checked, and we've also missed our draw, so we're just going to, you know, bluff this for about 100. Yeah, and he's folded. I mean, that queen wasn't the best card to bluff at because he checked the turn, but I would still value bet second or third pair even though a queen had hit on the river. Again, I'm just going to raise and continuation bet most flops. If he raises me, then I'll have to fold unless he does it too much, in which case I'll probably play back at him. Right here, he's made a reasonably small raise. I mean, he could have been doing that with, I don't know, any king or ace-queen sort of hand, but he would have unlikely have called with ace-queen. So I'm presuming he probably has a king, a small king, which he's raised for value there. 10 deuce, out of position, but we have very good odds to call since he's only minimum raise. And that's a pretty good result. We hit second pair. We're probably going to call out any size bet here. He's bet quite a lot for his usual bet size. He usually bets about a half of the pot, so I'm a little bit suspicious here, but I'm going to have to call him. And he's checked. That's not a very good card. So any ace he has, he's made the nuts. Any 9 he's got a straight as well. He's got king queen. He's had me beat all along. 9 jack, very nice cutting, and the blinds have gone up, so I'm just going to go ahead and min raise him because the blinds have gone up and I'm somewhat shorter stacked. He might have got a bit suspicious that I min raise there and ended up folding. I don't know. He's probably going to raise his hand. Oh no, he's not. He's going to fold. But you can see from my stats that I played more or less every single hand, and again I'm just going to min raise here. because of my stack size. If I had a bit more chips, I might have raised a bit more. But he's 3-bet me, and 9-8 suited, I mean, you can fold with it, or you can call, or you can even 4-bet. But against him, and I think he's quite loose, he's been 3-betting a lot, I think I'm just going to call. And I'm not just going to fold if I don't hit, but I'm going to basically play back at him this hand. Right now, his continuation bet for 200. What I'm going to do is I'm basically just basically going to move all in here, because I don't think he's got the ace. And even if he had an ace, he might fold that. If not, then I'm probably going to get knocked out. I mean, I got some backdoor draws, but there you go, he's folded. He could have folded any ace. He could have folded ace deuce, because the worst he thinks I've got is probably a flush draw. But it is a risky play. But against these kind of aggressive opponents, you've got to sort of stand your ground. Here I got pocket tens. I'm deeper stack now, so I'm going to raise to 3 times big blind again. That's not a terrible flop, but not the best flop. 2 overcards, reasonably connected. I think I'm just going to check my tens here. I think there's much value in betting the flop. He's reasonably aggressive. He's still got infinite aggression factor, so I'm just going to continue to check here, because I don't think he's on the draw, because he was the best draw. Now I think I'm going to make a small bet as a sort of like a bluff, because he might call me with like an ace high or an 8. I think I might be bluffing, because I really don't think he's got anything. If he had raised me there, you know, I